Hello, good afternoon. This is S.K. Tyagi coming to you directly from Colonel Brown School. I did yesterday one theorem for a standard 10th. We spoke to you about the relation between the central angle subtended by an arc at the center of the circle, and the angle subtended by the same arc at the remaining part of the circumference. I am going to demonstrate to you with the help of an app the same thing again. We did the theorem, we proved the theorem, but before proceeding further, I would like to show you this video in which I am recording, in which I am showing that how the central angle, if the central angle change, how does the angle at the remaining part of the circumference changes, or if the angle at the circumference changes, then how does the angle at the center changes. Now just see, there is an arc AB. There's an arc AB. I can't write anything on top of this screen just now because I'm using some another application. So this arc AB, which is subtending an angle of 102 degree at the center. O is the center of the circle. O is the center of the circle. So the arc AB is subtending an angle of 102 degree at the center, and the same arc AB is subtending an angle APB at the circumference. The relation is that angle at the center should be double the angle which it subtends the remaining part of the circumference, or vice versa. If I say that it is subtending an angle of 51 degree at the circumference, then it will subtend the angle of 2 into 51 at the center. You can see that. You can see that. I'll try and change A, B and P, and accordingly you will see what changes takes place. Please understand that the P cannot be on the arc AB. P has to be on the remaining part of the circumference. P has to be on the remaining part of the circumference. Now, for example, if I move this, I have moved point A. The angle at the center, the same arc has become bigger, AP arc has become bigger, and it is subtending an angle of 124 degree at the center of the circle. And P hasn't changed, but the angle at P has changed. Angle P has become 62. The relation is 124 is just double of 62. Suppose, let's see what I can do. I have reduced the arc AB. I have reduced the arc AB to so that it makes, or it subtends an angle of 74 degree at the center of the circle. It is called central angle. Angle subtended by an arc at the center of the circle is called central angle. The arc AB is subtending an angle AOB at the center. And what is the size of that angle? What is the magnitude of that angle? The magnitude of the angle is 74 degree. Angle AOB is 74 degree, and the same arc AB is making angle APB at the remaining part of the circumference. And what is the size of that angle? 74 if you divide by 2 will be giving you 37. Let's see whether we can change further. I've reduced it further. I have reduced the angle at the central angle as 64. So angle at the circumference has become what? 32. 32. Let's see what can I do with point P. Okay, let's do with A. Now I have increased it hugely. I've increased the length of the arc AB. It has become 138 degree. It has become 138 degree. So angle at the center is 138 degree. The same arc AB is subtending an angle 69 degree at the remaining part of the circumference. Now please understand that the angle at the center subtended by an arc AB is almost 179. 179. So what is the angle it is subtending at the remaining part of the circumference? 89. I'll try and now it has become 180. If the angle becomes 180 degree like it is shown in the figure, that means AOB has become the radius of the circle. And radius of the circle means what? It divides the circle into two equal halves, and each half is called a semicircle. So angle at the center at present is how much? 180 degree. 180 degree. So angle on the remaining part of the circumference. Remaining part of the circumference on the remaining semicircle. AB, if I could name something, I can't put anything on this. That is why I'm saying this. The arc AB makes an angle of 180 degree. At the center, AOB is 180 degree. Similarly, this arc AB makes an angle of APB as 90 degree at the circumference of the circle. So this is another theorem which we will be discussing later on, which I'll discuss in my uh, next video, that angle in a semicircle is always a right angle. Angle in a semicircle is always a right angle. You can see when I have got AOB as 180 degree, the angle APB becomes 90 degree. This point P could be anywhere on the remaining part of the circumference. If I could move this P, I'll be able to show it to you. But somehow I can, okay, I cannot get the my cursor there. I have to get my cursor at point P. I have to get my cursor on point P to move it. Anyway, you can see the angle is changing. I am bringing it down here. Let me see if I can do something with the P. Sorry. You can see in this figure also, the angle subtended by an arc AB at center is AOB is 40 degree. AOB is 80 degree, and on the remaining part of the circumference, the angle APB is 40 degree. APB is 40 degree. Now if we move it like this, you can see that. What is happening here? Why is this 125 and 62 degree? 125 and 62. It should be 135, 68. Angle at the center is 135, 6 at 12. It's approximately value it's showing, that means. It's showing approximate value. 48, 49.97, 60.30. So this will demonstrate clearly to you that angle subtended by an arc at the center of the circle is double the angle which it subtends at the remaining part of the circumference, at the remaining part of the circumference. I think these examples should be enough, and we will be making a lot of other questions based on this for you. Thank you.